Hello everybody, Jay Estes, MassiveResultsMarketing.net, and I have a presentation for you today, a short video, 5 restaurant lies. I really didn't know what to call this video. I guess I could have called it 5 business lies, 5 restaurant marketing lies. Could have called it a bunch of different things, but there are 5 lies that we're going to cover today that may be costing you money in your restaurant, whether you're an owner or manager, and we're going to address them and see if we can get past them. Okay, so who am I and why should you even bother listening to me? You may not know me, you may have found me by accident online somewhere, maybe on YouTube, maybe you saw my Facebook page, my website, whatever. I'm glad you found me. That's the one thing I would like to say, and I want to thank you for searching out information. My name's Jay Estes, and basically I help restaurant and business owners, entrepreneurs, promote their products and services so that they can get their message out in their market in a very big way, so they can better connect with their customers, make a greater impact on their market, reduce your competition, because that's huge, and the bottom line is drastically improve your income and your lifestyle. And there's a reason why I put lifestyle in there, because we become entrepreneurs because we want to live a certain lifestyle, and you should never lose sight of why you're in the business that you're in. Sometimes we forget about the lifestyle part because entrepreneurs tend to be type A personalities. We work a lot of hours, but don't forget the lifestyle. So that's the part I want to sort of highlight in that statement. As far as my background goes, I'm a retired police officer, Miami-Dade County, Florida. I was injured in the line of duty. My entrepreneurial career started as a restaurant owner, or I was in the food business, I should say. It wasn't exactly a restaurant, but I owned a food establishment. I've been a business owner, a real estate developer, commercial real estate developer. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. And most of all, I'm a passionate marketing professional, and I really love working with entrepreneurs. So, it takes one to know one, I guess, right? All right, so let's dive in. Here's what we're going to talk about today. It's really going to be all about you and your restaurant. Some of this you're not going to like to hear. I'm going to tell you that right up front. You may even want to throw something at the screen at some point as you're watching this video. I'm going to say things that probably are going to be a little different from what you've heard before, and it's going to cause you to have to confront some ugly truths, I think. Maybe one of these 5, maybe all 5 of these restaurant lies are going to make you or cause you to have to confront some things you haven't confronted before. But I do want you to just be patient. Don't shoot the messenger. You're going to want to shoot me at some point. Don't shoot the messenger. Just please try to be open-minded. Give me a chance to explain why I'm saying what I'm saying. And basically, I'm going to ask you, as I normally do with some of my videos, to suspend any disbelief you have, at least until the end. If you think I'm full of crap at the end, no problem. You're entitled to your opinion, and that's okay. I just want you to give me an opportunity to go through all the material, because maybe, just maybe, something I'm about to say today could impact you and change the fortunes of your restaurant. So please be patient. Don't pass judgment until you've heard everything I have to say. That's my spiel there. So, are you lying to yourself? It's a fair question, right? I mean, it is human nature. We all do it, and that includes me. I've been guilty more than once. It's sort of the curse of the entrepreneur, I think. It's also self-preservation, because we have to protect ourselves sometimes from the ugly truth. It also allows us to excuse ourselves, or maybe the methods or the tactics we're using in running our restaurants. Everyone does it to some extent. So I'm not singling you out because you own a restaurant. The bottom line is we all do it. I'm guilty of it as well. The key here is, though, let's recognize what we're doing and see if it's benefiting us or if it's hurting us. And if it's hurting us, hey, let's fix it and turn it around to benefit us. Okay, lie number one. Business is slow because it's summer. And, I'm slow every summer. People take vacations during the summer, the snowbirds are home, whatever. This is not the reason business slows down for you in the summer. I just want you to know that. That's a lie. It's a lie we tell ourselves. I've told myself this lie before as well. It's not true. There are some businesses that are actually seeing an increase in business right now at the beginning of the summer, and that will continue through the rest of the summer. So how are they able to see an increase and you're seeing a decrease in your business? It can't possibly be because it's summer, but it helps us protect ourselves by saying it is. What is the reason that the other business is seeing an increase? It's really the same reason you gave for your business slowing down. Think about it. Let's look at it from a different perspective. It's the summer. Kids are out of school. There's a lot of parents. I have 2 children myself. There are a lot of parents looking for an easier way to deal with lunch and dinner because it's the summer. So what do? They eat out. We eat out more over the summer than we do during the regular school year. So my point is, you sort of have to look at it from a different angle and see where maybe it could be a benefit instead of something that's a negative. So what's the difference? Again, it has to do with the excuses you're telling yourself. Ask yourself, what have you done? Seriously, ask yourself, what have you done? What specific steps have you taken so far? What action plan have you implemented to increase your business over the summer months? Be honest with yourself. If you haven't done anything, it's because you have the mindset that you've already made up your mind summer's going to be slow. You have to change that mindset, and that's what I'm trying to get at here. These lies are really nothing more than things we tell ourselves to make things sound better, right? Again, I just gave you an example of how summer could be better for you instead of worse. Okay, lie number 2. Business is slow because it's really hard to find good employees. Really? It's hard to find good employees? How do we explain why other restaurants are able to find good employees? Do they just not like your restaurant? Because I don't think that has anything to do with it. In the current economic conditions, aren't there actually more people looking for jobs than there are jobs available? It's really the advantage to the employer right now, not the employee. You should be shooting fish in a barrel as far as finding top-notch employees right now. Again, there's more people out there desperately looking for work than there are jobs to be had. We have, 9.2% unemployment? It's crazy. You should be able to find the cream of the crop right now. Again, my point is, it's not your employees. They're not the issue. Lie number 3. Business is slow because it's hard to find employees who can sell. I can find waitstaff, but they just can't sell. They don't know how to upsell, the table to more drinks, more desserts, more food, bigger meals, what have you. This could have fallen under lie 2B instead of 3, but I've heard some restaurant owners claim they really can't find waitstaff that are good at selling. When is the last time you actually looked at your training program for your waitstaff? When is the last time you've actually made improvements to your training program? But maybe you don't even have a training program. Maybe you just hire people, stick them with the senior wait person, your senior staff, and you let them walk around with them for a few days, and then you cut them loose on your own. That's not a training program. That's a recipe for waitstaff that can't sell. That's what that is. It's picking up bad habits from, other employees. Again, do you even have a formal training program? Because if you don't, it's kind of hard to say or blame it on the fact that you can't find good employees who know how to sell, right? Again, I'm just giving you a different perspective. Don't shoot the messenger. We're just having a discussion. Most wait staff is younger, right? I mean, unless you're a fine dining establishment, most of your wait staff is going to be younger, and rarely will you find natural born talented salespeople. They're just, people aren't born to sell. Some people are, rarely. Other people need to learn how to sell, and therefore they need a training program, right? Becoming good at selling requires training, practice, and time. And if you haven't given your wait staff, your employees, training, practice, and time, they're not going to be good at it. That's just the reality of the situation. So, are you really providing that for your staff? That's my question to you. If you can honestly say you are, and you really believe that, and your employees are happy about it, and they're happy about what they're making, then this isn't going to be an issue for you, right? But more often than not, when I work with a restaurant owner, this is a big problem. So address it, fix it. And especially now in the summer, you've got extra time, right? Because you're slower. Let's institute a training program. Okay, lie number 4. Business is slow because the snowbirds have left. Now, this is for Florida restaurant owners, of course, because that's where I am, South Florida. And I've heard, if I had a nickel for every time I heard a business owner and restaurant owner especially say, well, season's over, things are going to slow down, I got to lay off a bunch of my staff, yada, yada, yada. So you're telling me your business is solely dependent on snowbirds? Let me ask you a question. Was it always dependent on snowbirds, or did it become this way over a period of time? Because when I ask that question, generally that's the answer I get is, well, we didn't start out this way. The first 5 years I was in business, the snowbirds, I mean, we just got busier, but we never slowed down. But, you know, in the last 5 years, snowbirds leave, you know, bad economy, can't find good employees, you know, times are tough. I'm betting that it became this way, if it has become this way over a period of time, which means it's really not about the snowbirds, is it? It's about being complacent, maybe, not training your staff, or maybe you stopped training your staff, or maybe it's something else. But it's not the snowbirds, because I know restaurant owners that are just as busy when the snowbirds go home as they are when the snowbirds are here. I mean, yes, they see a little bit of a drop-off, but it's a tiny, tiny bit. And then they make it up over the summer with the families that don't want to deal with cooking lunch and dinner when the kids are home for summer. See how that works? One group of customers leaves, another group of customers enters, right?